How's it going, guys? Sandris here. Today is the start of the second week for my prep to Worlds, and today I'm gonna do same back pressure workout that I did last week, but I'm just gonna increase the intensity and increase the volume as well. So if last week I did 5 by 10 with 70% intensity, then today the goal is to do 6 by 10 with 80% intensity. So we're gonna start with rope pull-ups in underhand grip, and last week I did no additional weight. This time I'm gonna try to do, I don't know, maybe 10 kilos, maybe a little bit more. We'll see how it goes. So first set I'm gonna do with 10 kilos. Here it is, 10 kilo plate, and I already did a warm-up set without the weight. It felt pretty easy. My left shoulder is a little bit sore, but hopefully that's all right, and let's do this first set. Yeah, that was close to 80%, if not more. Overall felt pretty easy, but just I have some soreness in my thumb and in my shoulder, as I mentioned, so it's a little bit challenging, and by the end you can really start to feel it, but that doesn't seem to be too bad, so I'm just gonna continue with this weight and see you soon. So I'm done with the pull-ups. It actually went pretty well. Did all 6 sets with added 10 kilos, and I thought it's gonna be harder by the end, but the 6th set I did just as easy as the first one, so that's definitely good. My working capacity is improving, and today it's actually not that hot anymore, so it also helps, you know, not sweating that much today, and it's also not as humid as week before, so on that front everything is fine. Now I'm doing some back pressure variation with a judo belt and also a rubber band. Maybe gonna show you this next week, but today I also gonna do a pronation exercise, just a simple pronation against the table over the wrist, and also gonna do some tight, close to the chin back pressure that I'm gonna show you a little bit later. As you can see, I'm doing pronation now. Just a simple pronation, forearm against the table and strap or belt simply in the hand, holding like this. And this is really good variation for pronation because when you do it over the thumb, it's a lot easier because there are 2 straps going around your wrist, and it's much closer to the wrist joint, so it's more stable and you can, you know, curl more weight. But in this variation, the strap is further away from your wrist joint, so it requires more stabilization from your wrist and forearm muscles. At least for me, it adds so much more tension and stability for my wrist that I prefer doing this variation of the exercise for pronation over all the other ones. But I do the other ones too from time to time to mix it up, you know. But now doing 37 kilos for 10 reps. As you can see, it's pretty easy, so right around intensity I need. Last week I did 32 kilos for 70, this week 37 kilos for 80. As you can see, I managed to do it pretty easy very convincingly with the right arm, left arm starting to act up a little bit, but you really have to be careful to not rush through the exercise to maintain that wrist stability through all the reps and all the movements. And that's the most important thing. You don't want to get some weird twitch in your wrist with a possible injury or sprain or stuff like that. So better to go slowly but controlled rather than rush through those 10 reps. As you can see, it's getting pretty hot, so I'm gonna finish with this one and meet you at the last back pressure exercise of the day. On to the last exercise. Some of you have maybe seen this before already, and it's just gonna be simple back pressure lift, classic, one of the basic and main arm sling lifts. So I'm gonna do back pressure on the table from low attachment, but I'm not gonna just pull back like this. I'm gonna try to stay as tight as possible with my chin to my hand, like that, and pull back. Just like so. Now I have 37 kilos on there. Last week I did 32 kilos. This week I'm able to do more reps with more amount of weight, so progress is going pretty well, I would say. And it looks like I will be able to add 5 to 10 kilos on each lift with every week. So this week and next week. After next week I'm going to be decreasing the volume and decreasing the workload and increasing the intensity quite a bit as well, so I can get closer to my peak form and my max lifts. Yeah, so that's good. Left arm feels pretty solid as well. I could probably go for more weight, but this week I don't want to overdo it. Just gonna keep it fairly light. Of course I understand that for some of you like 37-40 kilos on these lifts would be something crazy, but for me it's not that much. This week, yeah, I'm gonna try to keep it a little bit moderate, not go maybe to my full potential that I can do for the amount of reps I need and the amount of intensity I need. So at the end of the week I'm a little bit more fresh. And why I want to stay more fresh, you will see very soon. So stay tuned. Let's do the second set. I might want to change the strap because this one is pretty sharp and my hands are getting very sore from all the pronation work. So these parts of my hand are almost raw, it seems. It's not that bad yet, but it's getting there. Yeah, could definitely go for more weight, but as I mentioned before, I want to keep it fairly light. And the best part is that it's getting colder outside now, so the summer is coming to an end and autumn is arriving very fast, and I couldn't be happier, to be honest. I hate this heat in summer, this humidity. It's just killing me, especially when I have these massive workouts to do with loads of volume. It's very hard, just sweating all over, and you just can't keep liquid inside of your body, you know. So I'm very happy with that. It's gonna get cooler, like 15 degrees Celsius, so training about to get even easier. It's about to get more progressive, you know. Recovery will be a lot better, the sleep will be a lot better, and really can't wait for this prep to be over. Yeah, that's a better strap. Judo belt, a lot more comfortable. With left arm I'm able to stay a little bit more closer to my face, to my chin, but with right arm it's a little bit hard and starting to open up a little bit at the end. That's probably because my left arm is a little bit more fresh than my right, and definitely have seen fewer matches. So right arm is definitely getting a lot of work this year, but I like it, you know, I feel the progress very well, and this is one of few exercises that my left arm actually feels better these weeks. But when it comes to the table, I don't really feel that much difference. I can perform just as well with my left arm as with my right arm. With right arm I have a little bit more pronation control, yes, whereas with my left arm I pull a little bit more static and just over the opponent's wrist rather than cupping and attacking the hand and fingers. So that's the only difference basically in my style with each arm, but end result it doesn't really impact, so I'm able to perform just as good with my right and my left arm. Okay guys, gonna do the last set, but this time I'm gonna try to stay very close to my hand, basically touching my chin like this. Let's see how we do. A bit better, a bit better. Definitely starting to feel it by the end, but still very solid 10 reps. So I really like to do this variation rather than, you know, just lifting like this, you know. This close and composed style of training has really improved my arm wrestling ability for the past half year to a year. So really like these ones. It's a lot better to do 10 reps like this, you know, than 2 reps like that. But obviously you need these reps as well, because at the end of my prep I'm gonna be doing these ones as well, so just to give more stress to the tendons and to the muscles. So 90% of the time we work this, and 10% of the time when we try to peak we do, you know, all this kind of stuff and increase the weights. Obviously you're not gonna lift like 80 kilos like this. If you can, that's great, but in most cases it's not gonna happen, so you need some of this as well. But just training like this, no good. That was the workout, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Second part of last week's day number 1. So today I showed you a little bit different exercises apart from the rope pull-ups, but for the last week I have very cool exercise for you guys that I kinda wanna show you and kinda not, so I haven't decided yet, but hopefully I have something interesting to show you guys for the next week as well. That's it for me today, guys. Stay strong and see you soon.